Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back to Epistemic-gnomes, and this is another scheduled stream of the days of the weeks. Okay, so now we are back into again I'm pushing a little more this character. It's a 3D avatar, or also a character for 3D animation, so I'm making a multi-usable rig, but certain features will not be validated for the 3D avatar technique, which I'm still learning, but in principle what I need to do is to make shape keys for the armature deform poses that will be doing this. So this is why I'm wave painting, and I'm making as if it would be for 3D animation, but then so I don't have to shape these shape keys manually, morph them manually. I can do this by converting, applying, or saving any armature deform pose, final pose state of facial expression, so you can get those 52 shape keys or blend shapes or morphs that exist for convention for motion capture, right? Mocap. So let's start with some soundtrack here. And yesterday, so I was doing the eyes, and nearly just now need to conclude the eyelashes, but I've just remember the eyelashes meshes were lost to the void, so I need to recover them maybe from a previous file of this one. So let's see, let's try, have to see one by one. So let's first check here. Okay, so here they exist, so I could use this one. So this is Tsukagi 07. Let's see if there's any 08, maybe. Yeah, here is better, because I'm looking the last version it existed, because in this way if I have made any update to the face mesh or whatever, it will be a little more updated. 0.9, so this is a good reason why to have backup. So apparently they were lost at this point here. The last one that it existed, it was 08, yeah, 08. Yeah, so these are just extra objects. Yeah, so apparently I just don't have. If it were a separated mesh, sometimes we separate the eyelashes, right? I have a technique that doesn't use that, but yeah, so it will be Tsukagi's actually. Yeah, but that eyelashes doesn't exist as yeah, there are some modifiers, but they are not even enabled, so they couldn't be responsible here. What is this? Why this has some vertex groups? Ah, it inherited from. Okay, so no, this is just. Yeah, so never mind. So this is not the file, so I'm gonna to get precisely this. Let's get the 08. And let's make another highlight of this. Yes, so to start with. Right, so basically, hold on, let's record here. Okay folks, just another example of how we can recover a portion of the mesh of a character that was maybe yeah, like if I have a backup or try to append something, and sometimes it's complicated because, especially in rigged models, because the stuff, right, Blender can be complicated, the appending, linking stuff. So here's an appending case. So I have lost the eyelashes on my ongoing project, this character. So I found I have a last backup here, increments, past increment, which has this file 08, and here the eyelashes still exist. So what I'm going to do is that, because I just want the eyelashes mesh, I will just pick those things. So there's a mirror modifier, so I don't need anything else. So I'm gonna separate here to be easier, separate this, but now I'm gonna change the name here, like it could be eyelashes, but this is not sufficient because I need to apparently this is the right collection. This is the inside the armature object, so this is the real one. So I believe this is the real one, but here it doesn't matter, the name is the same, it's eyelashes. So it's just a clone in the outliner. It's how Blender used this, but it can be confusing, right? So we don't know what is the linked one, or what. Not that it was linked, but yeah, there's some analogy to linking. So here I need to change this name as well. So I'm gonna like data, like this is like so this is the mesh data or something like that. So the real object is here, but for appending correctly without some other issues, I'll get just this one. So I'm renaming so it will make easier. Now save. I'm gonna open here and let's use the last one, so where I've lost the eyelashes, and now I'm going to just go on the origin file append, and now I got the 08 Tsukagi 08 is the name of the character. So here it's not object but mesh. If we try to append object, sometimes rigged models, the rig comes together. It's crazy. I can demonstrate this, but just let's do the right thing. So now this is very hard to find anything here. This don't have some auto rename, it gets those cube, right? So it's not good. So just search for eyelashes. Okay, and here it is. And so I also, let's get here in the right collection first. So I want to place it in the body, because in this rigged model I'm gonna try first to make the eyelash connected with the with the face. So here it is, it just bring that one, and let's see where it is. Period, numpad period. Well, something about it is not working. Why it has this color here? Oh, it's because I'm on I was on pose mode or edit mode for the armature. So here, period, and yeah, I have to readjust, but it is here. It didn't bring its object modifiers, but that's okay. I think it, yeah, this could be dangerous, so I'm just gonna delete those data, no shape keys. Okay, the rest, this could cause some problems, so let's just ignore that. Materials, I think it might have some, yeah, this is not necessary, but I don't want to, I want to simplify this stuff. Let's see the normals. Okay, this is, it's using not any material, so I'm gonna just join here. No, join with here, the body, and now I just need to reconnect this, and then if I want to rig it differently, I can separate, re-separate that. So okay, so now it inherits the mirror modifier, and the material collection. So I think I don't have a collection for it, or actually maybe the eyelashes, I think they are an extension of the, so I think probably I can assign the material for the body, but I'll have to rework on the textures anyways. So anyways, this is just the bit of mesh that was required, and now let's just see what would have happened if I did the other way around. So I'm gonna save here in this 12 version, append, and now instead of mesh, let's pick the object. So the eyelashes here, so very important to name stuff, right? And oh my god, look at this madness. Not good, right? Because that mesh was parented to the armature object, and yeah, so, and the widgets come together, some face ghost comes together, and yeah, I don't really understand the logic of that, but yeah, many things come together. So when you append the object, so don't append the object for cases like this, append the mesh data, and you see this is not good, right? So these names, they don't update, it's annoying. So sometimes we have to manually update those names here to otherwise we just can't find what to append, right? Alright, but this doesn't need to be done for everything, just for the appending case. So that's it for the highlight, folks. Hope that was useful. Alright, now now that I have got back the eyelashes mesh, let's reconnect this, and because I have made changes to the, so this will be like piece of cake, right? It's just that I need to, I'll try to get as closer to the ancient structure, and okay, this is fairly good enough. Then I'm just gonna merge this at last. The topology hasn't changed, right? So the amount of mesh density also not in this region, so it should be fairly simple to fix that. Of course, here they'll have to make some adjustments. Alright, and then here you see there are some seams that seem to have been lost, so let's just remake them. These are just for better guaranteed selection, just for organization. They are not really necessary for the texture. Those ones though around this would be more relevant though, yeah. So okay, so we've recovered the eyelashes meshes, and I need to wave paint now, and yeah, looks like probably I should be able to improve a little more this geometry. This is will be a little more complicated because I need to have to check the character design to be sure of that. So, but visually speaking, this seems to be improvements, yeah. So I'm not gonna touch on the mesh of the eyelids, this one of the base, just on the ones of the corresponding to the outer border of the eyelashes. So this is a technique that I use to have them waving in a very simple wave painting rig solution with some automations. It doesn't really require the eyelashes to be connected, but it would, I think, because of how wave paint works, that would make it much easier. So I think it will be also by having them connected, it will be I would be able to, I won't rely on some, I don't know, surface deform modifier which doesn't work outside of Blender. So I think that will be, it will give me more. Of course I'll have some issues here to cover regarding some sort of non-manifold mesh. Yeah, so this will be something to check. The subdivision surface turned on. Let's see. I think it's this one. It's hard. Yeah, I think. Where is the? When is the subdivision? Yeah, when it's turned on, it seems to be. Yeah, I have some little problem here. I'm not sure what's happening. Probably something related to the. Oh yes, of course. So basically I'll have to do something special here. It's a different technique. So let's check here some vertex groups. So I have, do I have, okay, so I'm gonna make a hide vertex group for the eyelashes. Yeah, so one is for the head, eyelashes, how to say, eyelashes vertices. That's it. So that means the vertex group only for these verts, so it will be easier to select. Let's sort by name and put that at the top. Strange organization. Oh, of course, not strange. Yeah, it is. I've inverted. It's like this. Yeah. Okay, if we get sort by name, we don't need this other thing. It's just that sort by name is just apply, right, an order, but it's not dynamic. So shrink wrap eyelids, yes. Let's check here. Oh, they are included, but what are these waves? Okay, so apparently the eyelids, the eyelashes were selected here, but I want to alright, so I'll need to go here. So this is a bit tricky. I select these vertices, it will work for the different side. We're gonna bring here another shrink wrap. Oh, I don't have the category here, so this is just okay. I'm gonna shrink wrap eyelashes yeah, not eyelashes, how to say, pushing outside. Yeah, maybe this will be better. Eyelids out surf. And yeah, so that means here gonna change the here, of course, target the I wouldn't like to use this one because this is not clear, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to duplicate this one and name it mod shrink wrap eyelashes points, yeah, eyelashes outside, and here eyelids outside surface. Yeah, so now if I check here what that means, yeah, is that this is this, so it's used for the first one, this one, so we're gonna then here is using the same. Oh, I've gonna update that eyelids outside surface. Alright, and here let's fix this eyelashes, well, mod shrink wrap eyelashes outside, there we go. But here we need outside, and so here we can control, we can push off the eye surface, which is invisible here, but we can push these eyelashes meshes from their vertices outward. So of course the closest vertices are more immediately affected, so this can cause some issues. So the only thing that I want, the only thing that I want is some basic pushing just on the beginning, so we don't have some, yeah, so maybe just about 0, something like this, right? This is too much, so let's see about this. Already start to push the whole mesh, so this it's minimum, but that is also pushing. Yeah, there would be some minimal difference. So this value is good, it's just enough so you don't have so much clipping. So just to, yeah, I'll leave it at here. And so here, gonna copy this value here and gonna paste it in here. Alright, so now, actually, what this is not being used. Yeah, this one is not being used yet, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna use the eyelids border technique in this rig. Maybe it won't work. I'll have to investigate further. So okay, so first we have the eyelids pushing, and then we have the eyelashes pushing, but the eyelids, it's outside surface, so they get glued, while the eyelashes, they are still, we can still push them more if we wanted, but not pull them inside. So this is should be good enough. And this is dynamic, so it's just as the eyelashes, they move along the surface, right, or close to the surface, it's still following the surface. This shrink wrap is right, so it will be it have a global effect dynamic global effect. It will adapt to the current positioning of the the relative position. I'm not sure if that was clear. Anyway, it wasn't even clear for me, the explanation. So basically, whichever, because I have the target, which is a curved eyeball, that will always work no matter what is the pose of the eyelids and eyelashes. So I have eyes, they would be mesh eyeballs, yes. So here, this mesh, which is a wireframe here, but it is, yeah, wire, not wireframe. So we're gonna just hide this, and now I need to wave paint these eyelashes. So I'm going to get here, restore lash meshes. Okay, we are getting closer to here. I prefer the colored one, so I'm gonna just delete this. I'm not gonna run this as a script, so okay, so okay, let's bring this here. Let's go back for the armature, and now the wave paint of the eyelashes. So I'm gonna save here, save an increment, which is Control Alt S. So now we're down in file 13. Let's get to these. Yeah, so I need a mask. So this is, I have 3 bones for the top eyelash and 3 bones for the bottom eyelash. So these are these ones. So I just need to get them. Yeah, I don't need anything else. So it's actually, let's unsolo all and just get here, solo the eyelashes bones. Yeah, so they seem very incorrect in their alignments, so probably can these rolls are completely wrong, so I'll just fix this manually. And because of the symmetry, x-axis mirror, then we get this on the opposite side as well. Alright, now to wave paint that, I need a mask, so this will be very simple. So actually I can just pick this one. Indeed, this can be a vertex selection mask, and so I need not the I need the bones. So not this one, but the 2. And now looks like some vertices weren't selected. What is this? Alright, so I probably accidentally deselected some stuff. Alright. The subdivision is a mess here. It wasn't like that before. So I need to pick some bone here. Let's start with this upper one here. See, there's no waves. Because of the mirror modifier, the bones are correctly symmetrized left and right according to convention. So it will be, so this is the top. Wait, these eyelash bones have some strange name. 1, 5. Yeah, these names are very weird, but okay, we will change that later. So apparently, yes, this is this one. I better be on edit mode to be sure. No, this is the 01, 02, 03, 04, 0. Okay, so there's just moving in a very weird way, right? So I just need to, yeah, so let's turn off their modifiers now. Their bone constraint, they are just too chaotic right now. They just have a transformation bone constraint. Okay, this will help. So I start with this one. It's the one, correct? So the idea here for this rig is to eyelash rig is simply to wave paint. Okay, what's happening here? I think I have some restrict. Yeah. Okay, so just wave paint. Yeah, everything here, but with a gradient. So here we can have a little more waves here. We can try to push these waves a little more, but it doesn't really work. So we want some gradation, but something quite regular. So, and these bones, they are controlled by the I'm not sure what I do with this, so maybe there's nothing to erase here. So because I'm the mix, yeah, so here could be dangerous. So I'm not sure if it needs the same wave, or instead maybe it's here that we need to. So maybe here we got the maximum waves, and here we just blur these ones. So the blurring is too strong, so okay, this should work. This is very minimal, and of course here it's not really working yet because we need to blended waves here. And now we start with the blended waves. So the central one is the most important one usually. So we want to have strong influences towards the sides, the corners, right? And then we just start to blend all that to smooth this accordingly. This one sometimes is a problem, that what happens here according to the topology, even though it's a simple topology. Here probably would like to have a little more influence here. Yeah, something like that. Just okay, then last one here, bone selection 2. Here I don't want, of course, to affect the lower one. I could have made a different selection, but it's so simple. They're so, yeah, we can have, there's so little amount of vertices here that this is not. Okay, and you see that maybe we want some extension. So maybe this is not the best tool for this. We don't get what we we want is strange, right? If we get the right orientation that works, then okay. Blur tool is different, it's more reliable in this sense. The most reliable, but not often what we want, is the radial. This one, yeah, so maybe I could use here to, yeah, but it's getting the other side. Yeah, so let's see here. It's not moving very well. This is moving like a cage thing. Maybe I need more influence here. 3, select, 2. Oh, I see what's happening. We need to, there are some rogue waves there. So I want to actually improve this and try to push this. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about, folks. This area sometimes is complicated. This ends up sometimes getting more waves than here. So it's something about the topology. If I can improve this, something about this. I think here is there's not the subdivision. Yeah, subdivision surface modifier already. Yeah, smooths out very well, right? So this is seems to be work. Now the bottom side, 3, alt left mouse button click, 2. So start with this. So here let's reinforce this. Let's then blur to the, here the blur don't risk anything because it's disconnected mesh regarding the mask. Okay, so this starts very ugly, but then we can okay, then blur here, and here we're gonna we forgot about that. Yeah, there. Okay, this looks better. And finally, oh, I'm blurring. Okay, maximum wave here, maximum string, and so yeah, just maybe I leave the very low waves there, so you have some blending, tree blending, right? So they have some more flow smoothness, right? It is possible to make eyelashes as bendy bones also. When I first tried that, I was not very experienced, and so I couldn't figure out the. I think it will be more complicated than what I'm doing, so it's not necessarily a good idea, but it can get the job done probably as well. And this yeah, let's not ruin the mask. This seems to be good, except that perhaps here we would like just a little more of influence pushed towards here. Yeah, of course this is gonna create some issues, but then by reblurring maybe. Alright, this seems to be nice. And so that will be this for these eyelashes, the wave painting at least. And so how does that work? Well, the rigs are very incorrect because of the transformation. What? Ah, this is a madness. Okay, so this is incorrect. Locally turns. This is crap. Why did I did that? Okay, so I had a different idea in mind, so I need to fix those things. So this is certainly why they were going crazy. So if I check here the bones of the control face or upper face, these are the bones that are carrying them as childs. So just bone parenting here. But then what is this? Okay, so this is the automation. So basically here, oh, I remember why I was doing that. So that they could inherit the transforms of these things here, the automations. This is a very tricky problem. So here, for instance, if I turn this on, what we have is that this bone will activate it, you see the automation, and this bone will also activate because this bone is parented to because they have some relation. Yeah, so it's because it's the line is in the hierarchy in the flow. But yeah, what's happening there? Of course the eyelash is going crazy, so what we need here is to maybe, yeah, I have to recalculate these values here because her eyes are different. So yeah, so these values, everything here gonna change. So for now we just leave this off, but we're gonna just change this to local space with owner orientation. We're gonna symmetrize them, and we'll leave like that. So okay, they are following. Here we got, no, it's just some shading issues, but the rig is worked. So there we don't have the eyelashes automation. What is this double? Why do you have double eyelashes here? Oh, hold on, this is not double eyelashes, it's just a mesh that has accidentally got the wrong material. No, what? Oh, this mesh is disconnected, right? No? Oh yes, yes. So you have some questions here. No? No, there is a mesh here. Alright, so there's a face loop, so it's a wave paint issue then. Oh, of course. Ah, I have an idea. Alright. So this is like, it's because of the shrink wrap. Okay, so and also the wave paint. So here we got to help working with this, we're gonna create these masks here. I will just use one for both, right? So I'm not gonna use these targets here. So we're gonna get mask. Now we're gonna create a to keep things organized. Yeah, so it will be the same idea. We're gonna get this one. Yes, so these vertices gonna duplicate, gonna call it mask eyelashes. One side is good enough. Then we go for the modifiers here. Mask, mask, mask. Turn it on, invert, and here we go. So now we need still here, right? All right, so this mask goes in the end, right? It's just for, so yeah, so there's probably some wave painting issue here, but it's not about the eyelashes, right? This have just waves on the eyelash, so no problem here. We're gonna hide this reset. We're gonna it's an eyelids problem. Basically when I pose here, oh, there's lacking some automation. Why it's not moving? Oh, it's the wrong bond. What is this bond then? Okay, because this is not a, I was confused. This is just a, okay, this is the deform stuff, so this is the controller, actually, the real controller. Ah, the mesh was not wave painted according to, wait, there seemed to be exist a double mesh there. Indeed, there is something weird. It's like it was a duplicated mesh or thing. Gonna find out. Maybe it's a modifier that. No, there's no solidified thing, so what the heck is this? I've never read this kind of things before. Yeah, this particular anim thing. So I'm gonna pick one by one, right? Just hide these face loops and oh yes, there's a double mesh. So what is the true one then? Alright, so I think there's a way to know. So basically if I pick this and start expanding, and hide that, oh, then we get a fake one, right? So this one is apparently was not selected. I'm afraid it could be correct. So I'm gonna separate this mesh, and because I'm unsure, nah, it's just the same junk, right? So no, we don't want this. I can fix this anyway. So it's okay, so this is already rigged, so this probably is what matters. So one thing I can do is actually having this mesh shrink wrapped with the eye surface, right? I can probably have it matching in some strategic way, like the following. Because I have the ghost mesh for the eyes, which is, let's bring this yeah, I'll keep it here, but it should be here actually, mesh wire. Okay, so what I need to do is create a mask that will invert, because the eyelids are already shrink wrapped onto the surface with 0.007 distance meters from. Oh, how great. Let's change here. Oh, that doesn't work because we have two here. Yeah, super annoying. Right, so basically, yes, this one, but it's outside surface. So if I make a duplicate of this, but like eyeball, yeah, not eyeball, it's eye socket, eye sockets inside, right? Yeah, inside of the eye. So what I need here, yes, it will be that. Then the target, yeah, it's all eyeballs indeed. The wireframe, the wire mesh, which is not selectable, but it is, yeah, it is selectable. It is here. So this will force this mesh to be pulled, but only this one. It's a non-manifold madness here, but if I can make it work for this rig, then that's fine. Because there's subdivision modifier, I won't care about that. So I just need to wave paint probably this in some specific way. Yeah, so let's give here like a mod shrink wrap eye sockets. Yeah, just like that inside. Then here we're gonna go on edit mode. Let's we can do it from here, much easier. So yeah, assign 1, and this one we're gonna assign 0.5. Yeah, that should be enough. And the rest doesn't matter. Also, the shapes are apparently very different. Yeah, I could try to match the shapes anyways. Or maybe not. It's because they have different functionalities. This is the multi-rig thing, right? But even the one that I've made with the eyeball, not the eye socket, the eyeball, it serves the purpose of the first, because for the creation of the shape keys, because we can cheat the shape keys. They can respond to the current state of the mesh, is the final pose state of the mesh. So whichever is the resulting deforms or modifications, the shape key resulting on that duplicate or reference, it doesn't care what causes the changes on the mesh. So this is a smart thing in Blender, maybe not only in Blender, but so I can cheat and make the shape keys with this system. Alright, so now I need to get the modifier, right? Let's sort by name. Let's go back here, and this one I'll place before here. And we need, of course, the socket inside. I don't know. So let's see how that works. Yeah, so it will push this mesh, so it will never. I'll try to prevent its intersection. 0. Okay, we need to be a. Yeah, so it will never. Yeah, so 0.01, right? It will never get too close to. Boa noite novamente, Messi. Har, welcome, bem-vindo. Don't worry, I'm understanding. Yes, alright. So, how are you doing, bro? So, yes. So, here we are doing this mixed rig, and now this, you see, this inside shrink wrap bond constraint with this vertex group, which is something like here. So this mesh is being, actually these vertices here, they are being pushed. Yeah, we need to be looking, oops. We need to be looking in the with this, right? Yeah, so now the eyes, they can be pushed inside, right? So this will prevent, as I deform, right, this to be intersecting wildly, and this will improve, I believe, the effect of these joining joints there, right, between the eyelids and this part of the eye. But I can do something else. I've just figured out now. So maybe I can get. Yeah. So I'm a bit suspicious about about the lack of, yeah, it's because this rig is like that, right? But one thing that I can probably do to improve the structure here would be to make a subdivision here, GG, and just it will inherit, and just give this maybe a skin material. So it's like now you have some, yeah, it could cause some, then maybe this is just some texture madness, not a shading issue. Yeah, it's apparently, it's just the texture was ruined, I think. So I think this will help to give this volume. Just if you look, if you have a too close vision here, close up, we might see there are actually borders. So for this rig I probably don't need these eyelids borders here, because there are no, yeah, this is different rig, right? Like this part inside the eye, it's what is actually the eyelids border here. So it's a different system. So basically I don't need to, it's already being pulled inwards, right? So this is would be the, if I had the eye surface visible and not transparent, then I would have, let's see where it is. Control Shift Control Alt H, textured. Yeah, so if I had this one, a real visible surface, then yes, then I could just extrude the, like from here inside, right? So this will be the wall, the eyelids border. But because I don't have, because I this eye socket is doing that, so I don't need to. But I just needed to change the material on the and make that subdivision. So I think that should be useful. Yeah, so actually, yeah, I'll change the material, but I won't change the, I won't create a seam there. Could create some issues, right? Alright, so let's just wire and make it actually invisible. And so here now we have, no, what is this? Okay, this is, of course these bones are not working yet. I need to create some controller here, some for shrink wrapping these bones to give them more this is the eyelids, we don't need the eyelids. The eyelashes, oh yeah, I need to test the eyelashes. Oh, I already tested, yeah, so the eyelashes are not important. So here the automation is not ready, but this is the idea how this works. There are more bones to play with, but they are not they are, where they are. Where they are? Eyebrows? No, it's not eyebrows. Orbicular. Oh, this orbicular. Okay, so I need to create. So here we should be able to shape this expression here. Something weird happening there for the. Yeah, here we go. The mesh is not moving enough. Maybe need more waves for the face there, but I'll adjust that later. Yeah, the mesh is not moving sufficiently, or actually is this one is carrying, right? But the transform is too strong for this bone, so the eyelids is moving too much. So of course I need to adapt the automation from a different character design, right? The proportions are different for the eye. So and here also, yes, you can do this kind of stuff. Alright, so we can do this part of the automation will be another stage. For now, let's continue the wave painting, and fixing slowly these things. Restore face ghost mesh. Yeah, eyelids, eyelashes, nose, lips, muzzle. Okay, so let's go for nose, lips, muzzle. So now the lower face finally. I could try start from the simpler to the. No, let's keep doing so. Nose in an order, invert order, right? So I need to hide these bones here. We got to get maybe lower face, some controllers here, then the muzzle maybe. Yeah, the muzzle contains many things here, so we need a mask also. And so we're gonna start with L here. Oh, I haven't started the counter. That's bad. Okay, so I'll try to end. Maybe I'm doing this in 20 minutes stream. Hold on. 1 hour streaming. Wow. So yeah, so this is. Yeah, so let's change here. So I haven't realized that. So I'm gonna make give 40 minutes, and that will be the stream for today. So here let's get the. I don't need the mask now. Eyelashes. Okay, the face, right? So here L by seam, and there is a seam for the face. Okay, but I need now to hide. Let's make some selections here. I'm not sure I'll need all that. Okay, so these face loops are annoying, so you have to yeah, so maybe I'll need this for to start working. And here also we've deleted some parts inside. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a vertex group here, a backup, right? So it's just a temp assign, so this we can easily recover this this selection. Alright, so I'm gonna use it as a mask for Shift H. We can hide some objects here. We don't need anything for the eyes, we don't need the stuff for the mouth right now. And the hair, okay, is already hidden, so let's go here. These bones are just gonna be in the way. So I need to select this bone. So I'm gonna bring here. Oh, I've accidentally okay, shift H. No, just H. There we go. So this character might have no nose bone, nose tip bone. I'm not sure. So here we're gonna, anyways, there's a bendy bone. We're gonna get these waves here. That's fine, and just then the bones are suffering transforms accidentally because they have some there are some controls that are corrupted. They need to be adjusted. So this is not a problem here, so I just need to find, yeah, probably need to control lower face. Let's turn off this copy transforms, dump a track, yeah, all that. This has a okay, so here I don't understand what's going on. Why this? Oh, the bone is transforming, so something is still carrying it. What is transforming those bones? Is not this, is not this. Probably some parenting that is this one has some change in the bendy bones. Gonna reset this. I think there's some inversion. No, the bones are in place, right? They are not rotating. Something about the jaw. Everything is moving. Is the head, right? No? Yes, the head is tilting because I had this problem before. I don't know why it is. This is terrible. Bone constraints. What we got here? No, it's not that. Okay, it's not this bone that is moving. It's not this one. Okay, I see it's some other layer. This one is moving mechanism. Alright, so it's moving because it has lost the target. Oh, I see. No, it doesn't. This is a pole target, doesn't have one. No, it's not the Ike bone constraint. It's a copy rotation. Replace pose space. Okay, so it's just an alignment. Yeah, this master Ike bone, which is not perfect, but it was just tilted, and then it was affecting this bone constraint. Okay, then, but it's not over. There's still something here happening for the head. So let's see. Control lower face, control skeleton, control muzzle. Yeah, deform muzzle. Okay, none of these bones are moving. It's just the bendy bone that is. This bendy bone is completely crazy. What is happening to this bone? Maybe I just redo it. I have reset its. Yeah, maybe it could be curving. No. Mysterious. Mechanism nose bridge. Absolute, yes, and absolute. Okay, it's sort of fixed, but it's still. Snap to vertex. Okay, it's not moving. So it was just its tail was out of it was offsetting, and for some reason this was. We can change this. No, it's not. Strange behavior. Line with target. Okay, here. We could simplify this, like just make this tangent. So that means I can grab it and place here. Let's align it here. Let's also make sure this bone is exactly in the center, since we zero this out. Reset roll. So let's see here. Align this with this, right? If this is just a stupid detail, then we snap there. Alright. Let's create a... I hate this. Let's create a bone here to just align here. Make sure these bones are aligned. Delete. And continue the... it's not over. Alright, so the madness continues. The bendy bone insists on bending. Oh no, it's normal, of course. I've made change to the... just reset here. There we go, finally. So now can go back to... let's make it larger so it's easier to identify, and it's an important bone anyways. Wave paint. Take off these vertices, axis. So now you can test here and see it's not sufficient because we need to have other bones sharing waves, especially in the lower part there. Yeah, so here probably I can have the readjust this here on edit mode. Got back here, let's see. The bone starts there, so okay, let's give these values, and here we can probably tilt this thing. Alright. I think this doesn't change the origin length. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay, I think for the nose this is good. Let's get now the upper cheek, which I'm not sure I'm gonna maintain it, but yeah, it needs some... it can help some extra support, and so we want these waves to be go until the eye. Yeah, so gonna... it's not a bendy bone, we can reach for the center of the face. So this will also influence all this area. Let's exaggerate it a little. Reduce the smoothing. Wrong wave paint, right? No, right face, that it is not a deformed bone yet. Shift Alt X, extend, deform here. Okay, these deforms are horrible, but this is temporary because still there's no blended waves yet here. So we want here to yeah, let's grab all these. Okay, I think that should be enough, right? It should be subtle, and this maybe it's an exaggeration. The deforms are not right because, of course, again, we need to have blended waves on many vertices here around. So this one also. Okay, let's make a minimum highlight here. Right, folks, so let's say that we are making a rig and then we realize that, oh, the bone is not deformed, and okay, what I need to grab the opposite one. So what we do, it's just select here instead of going there where it is. I know it is here, but instead of doing that, just Shift Alt X and extend, and there we go, got two, and hold Alt deform, or whichever other thing that we need to do with two bones, like symmetric, like maybe hide and hide. And then the thing is the option here, select mirror. For me, I think I made this shortcut or not, I'm not sure, but because X usually many things refer to mirroring, so I think this is good for. So that's it, grab the bone, whichever bone. We can even keep adding bones, like this one also have Shift Alt X, and there we go, now I have all these four here. And so this is how we can fasten some progress in this right. So it's very easy, just remember you need the extend, which is turned off by default. So this is the annoying thing, but as long as you don't close the Blender file, this it's kept. Alright, so let's continue this wave paint here. Then we go for the jaws, the jaws, because it's funny, actually cartoon characters have multiple jaws, like they have the lower jaw and they have the upper jaw, because they deform, like they have some motion, upper jaw, right? We even make bones for that sometimes, at least I do. I think it's a good idea, and we can expand on that concept, right, and make it more radical, and that is good for expressions. Okay, so here though I need to be careful about this particular thing, because this will be the universal sonic melt rig, and I cannot deform the lips or some mesh referring to the mouth. So I need to be careful not to expand the waves, not even a single little one, right? To yeah, to that. Okay, so this is just some thing that will create some help shaping some. Yeah, the bottom here we need some more blended waves, because then it is fake waves. The color here is not, it's like it's actually red maybe in many points. That's why it is causing this deform there, because there's no blended waves, or if there are, it's just too little. So you need to have some other bones to compete, deform bones to compete with that, with those vertices. And for now I think this should be good enough. So this is not a difficult bone to wave paint, in my opinion. Yeah, so this is anything will usually do. So here, if we do, okay, so this is more tricky. So it's more like the jaw line. Yeah, I think it will be the jaw line. But then we have another supportive bone, so they can. We could do it with a bendy bone, but it is tricky because the bendy bone. Yeah, it works, but then the bendy bone needs a structure, right? Like it's easier to do with this, I think. But it also works. So here, yeah, let's get exaggerated here a little, because it's a structural part of the character. Maybe it's good to have some generic waves here and there. So here we're gonna, so I just gonna keep the, yeah, we should be careful though. Maybe some extensions here are too exaggerated. And we need to have, yeah, I think this layering here. So yeah, we can have some blended waves towards the center. I think this is not a problem. Let's get the neck here a little. Yeah, so something maybe a little here. Here maybe I'm exaggerating, right? But it's like it was supposed to be pushing the, right? So here we got, well, these bones, it will be one of the, it's a tweaker bone, right? So here now I'm gonna maximize the waves here. And here, because I'm on mix, we can do this. So I'm not sure exactly the values there. Shift X. Let's do this also here for the opposite below the neck. And then we reduce to something like that, and then just blurring. Blur is shift, right? Yeah, so you can start blurring here on this too strong blur, right? So I think no, hold on, this is the strength of the blur. So yeah, so this bone maybe will carry up to here. Yeah, why not? maybe a little more. Yeah, I tend to exaggerate on these blended waves. If it's not a joint region, this is usually very, very feasible. Of course, there are cases where if some bones are moving too much, deformed bones, right, then even these low waves, they can end up being tragical. They would create great stress on the bones, so we can't count on this strategy all the time. So but in certain cases it's interesting to have. And so this is a trick that you can't do with armature auto waves usually. Yeah, auto waves is just, it's very good for certain workflows, but not for having this kind of things that we can sometimes solve certain specific problems with this headache, right, of wave painting. So yeah, I very much understand why some riggers will flee from wave painting, so they'll just use the recursive or repetition of the auto waves as they add bones, which is quite similar to the regenerate meta rig for Rigify, right, extension, right? So here, oh yeah, so here we got the jaw in place. I have a jaw bone, right? But it's not, what's happened? Okay. Okay, so we got this thing working. We still need something there. Okay, some waves to support here, and this will be for the mouth, I think. So the muzzle, I think it's completed. The muzzle that these bones there, right? Let's check where is the. Yeah, so I have a. Yeah, this is not deforming very well. I need to investigate why this is having all this delay. It's normal that the rest of the mouth is not moving with the jaw here, because but see, the bone structure is working there. It's just not everything wave painted. This is for shape keys, but we don't have the shape keys for this rig. At least not. I can, but that will be more advanced. Maybe we don't need for the 3D avatar thing. So here, let's get the next thing here, so I don't need this. These controls we want. Then we have. Ah, I just remembered there is some bone here. No, let's focus on the. I'll do that later. So upper arm bone is messed up. Lips or arcades lips. Oh, there's just what's remaining. Yeah, that's it. So the lips is the most difficult one. So let's just jump and get the tongue. Again, we have having some problem with this mesh. So where is the oh, is that possible that I've yeah, so there's this idea of deleting the mouth bag indeed, because it caused too much problem. So what I'm going to do is separate. I'll make this as a actually it's connected with the tongue, right, which might not be a good idea, but depends on the case. Yeah, it might be a terrible idea, but who knows. I'm gonna separate these meshes, and I'm gonna make them, then I'm gonna pick the tongue. No, I'm gonna hide this. I'm gonna select the tongue. I'm gonna shift D. I'm gonna separate the tongue. So the tongue I'm gonna reuse, but this one, which has a tongue, will be sort of backup just in case I want to recover it. So let's get here. Move to where are the collection? Oh, here. Okay. This is all wrong, right? Why do you have... Okay, let's make this backup a separate thing, right? Because before I go crazy with this model sheet. Okay, so this is like... These are widgets. This is... Okay, bring this here. This is a duplicate collection, which is useless. This we're gonna bring outside. No. Here. And there we go. So backup is like the least thing. This will be model sheet. Yeah, just... Oh, I remember why this. Just to have... Yeah, those things. This is why I... ref images. Yeah, so now it's better. So I don't need that. So this stays here. So this we can... It seems to have some modifiers, right? Okay, it inherited everything, so just need the... batch delete. Well, it could have... Nah, I think not. Still weird here what's happening. Oh, these things were not... Okay, too late. Too late. I already deleted, so I'm gonna get here into... Yeah, I don't have a material for that, so just gonna get a red ribbon. Then here, what is this color? Okay, this is the color of the lips, right? So it's not... That's feasible, right? I now can change the organization of this. GG. Maybe this is not... Yeah, this is not necessary. Delete faces. And now... Yeah, let's try to fix these bones. Do I remember what happened to this last time? Oh, it's just positioning of the... Yeah, it's just the... So this one, where is this mesh here? It's in the body, so I'm gonna call it tongue. Gonna... This way of classification is getting on my nerve now. I think I'm gonna remake it. So... It's like, can do something better, like instead of having this slash, having like yeah, it's a different strange code, but it's one is for head, so head, then lower face, or yeah, head, lower face, arcade top. Yeah, so here you can get like A, and also Tsukagi, B, so it will just be up below whatever happens, and here yeah, 12C tongue. And the name is just because, yeah, maybe it will be important at some point. So here it's part of the head, but here could be like 3, right? Yeah, it's a different category. So this one is a good classification already. Cloth, then cloth is all wrong, so here we can do something like control, no, not control F1, control F2, objects, find replace. So instead of 21 we change to 41, yeah. Instead of 22, 42. Then instead of 23, 43. Didn't validate. Yeah, well, they are in a new collection. I'll leave it like that. This is too boring to do now. So let's try something else. Yeah, so this is like scalp, yeah, center B, and then side C. There you go. So I have some better organization here. For the eyes, is start with the eyeball, so this will be like one upper face and A, yeah, because this will be more structural. Then we got the, yeah, related to the eyes. Okay, so B, eye coins, and then eyebrows is 11C. Alright, and looks like time's up, folks. Then you have this ghost mesh. This is for the face, so this is head, but this is more generic, so we're gonna recover that. This is for another character, right? So you see that the structure is all different, so we're gonna delete all these faces already. And this for the universal sonic melt rig, but I'm extending the functionalities of shrink wrapping to invisible ghost mesh, dummy model, to the upper face, not just the muzzle, lower face. And here this also, so this is the body, right? So it's 0, 1, A, whatever. Which is weird, right? Okay, so to conclude, I'll just try to fix these 3 objects here, and then we are just left with the we are just left with the yeah, so clearly what's happening here is that I need to reset some bones. This is a little tricky. So basically is that this bone here, it's readapting itself. Straight, this doesn't need deform, so we just need here to go here and reset. No, it's not the problem of reset. So why this is why the mechanism bone is suffering that change? It might be like the other case. No, maybe it's the curvature. No curve out here, nothing there, and nothing here on pose mode, so no, nothing like that. This one, which bone constraint it has? So is it just this really? I have a hard time to understand. Maybe its base is displaced. Okay, let's align its role with the mechanism. And then snap there. Yeah, to no avail, it is just... Ah, now it's fixed. Okay, so it was the reposition apparently. So now it's simple, we just need to get this bone in particular and get it to pose, apply selected as rest pose, because now it has a copy transform. I have a tutorial about this system, exactly this rig, but maybe I could redo it for now. I have another strategy, but for now, okay, it has exactly in the middle, so we apply the selected as rest pose just for the bone after it, so it's used this to calculate this new rest position, so I don't have to try to find the positioning on edit mode, which is sort of impossible because this is not, so are just segmented bones. And so from this new positioning I just need to select this and try to match everything to this new location. Same for these other bones, and there will be also some tweak bones. So also this will just bring everything here to snap. Yeah, so now everything seems to be resnapped, so now it's just about to reset the bendy bones. Okay, this is this was fixed. Here we got this unaligned, so just yeah, let's just align those things. Actually, yes, align with world space, right? So get this, and this align here. No, this is okay. Okay, delete this. Now the wave paint of this tongue. We can simplify this mesh here, make it and so here we got this, and let's I think it's needs parent with armature deform, right? Where it is the tongue mirror armature modifier, right? Then we just get let's get here and here, and now we don't need the rest of the just need the deform rig. Invert selection tree, click mask, Control X, and now just we can try to blur the interface. One back here, mask one, and yeah, and blur this. Wrong mask, but doesn't matter. It will also do the job. Alright, and since I can probably test from here already, this seems to be already good. Yeah, we did why not subdivision. And so here just this optimal display. What can we use? Creases? Yeah, so that should be alright. So this also for the tongue, and finally the arcades, which should be simpler. But everything takes time. Yeah, so here we maybe they already have got vertex groups. Yes, they have. So but we need to parent them, right? So parent with armature deform. Okay, it's deforming. Not okay. These. Just check here the waves. Yeah, so this is the strategy that I've used to simplify this work for the automation of the deformation of the arcades. So here's the same thing we have. This is for not a lattice object, but for a bendy bone stretch and squash for the whole head, or so every object sort of needs that. I might have to include this on the tongue as well, but for now, okay. And the eyes, yeah, many things I'll have to address that. It's not a perfect method, but it can work. Lattice, I think, is safer, but it just adds a lot of tons of objects. I find it confusing, and it's also not super versatile. So here, just do the parenting again, parent armature deform, and here we got the armature modifier. Oh, the node target here, what's happened? And here also, let's enable here. Maybe the tongue has the same problem. Yeah, no, the tongue is correct. All right. There's an extra armature, dual armature, so yeah, so incorrect. It is moving because of the, I don't know. Probably the parenting, maybe we're gonna check that later when you try to make tests. So here we can delete this one, bring this here, and check here. They are deforming the. Alright, so indeed only the lips are remaining here for the wave painting. So let's get here some update. So restore, yes, so we are nearly ready for the, so just need the lips, and all this is going here. This will be actually simple, but will be for next time, and then I can try to making those facial mocaps, but it would be important to make some facial rig tests armature, yeah, because if I don't have enough good expressions, then it's useless to go directly here. I have to remake make retakes, right? It's time consuming, so it's better to have some decent results first. Of course, then I can just readjust the shape keys manually, right? That's true, I could, if I... It's not that I have to recalculate the shape keys, I can modify them, yeah. It will not be the same rig in the end than the base one here, which is more versatile. Because from it, we can build this, and from this we cannot go back, right? I think not. And then the rest is for something that it's not necessarily required, but it's clothes rigging for the mocap at least, yeah. Yes, so that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Rar, if you're still there. And so we'll continue doing this, but I think because the week is ending, and well, half of the week actually, I'll be probably bringing the other projects to light, and not just this character. So this probably will be, but if I want to show the showcase of the shape keys, maybe I should bring this tomorrow as well, certainly on this week. So see ya, folks. Enjoy, happy blending. See you another time, and take care. That's it, folks.